I figured might as well just go ahead and be honest and throw it out there. You guys haven't been seeing me, and there's a method to that. And I'm not going to lie. I'm honestly not going to lie. With the events that's took place here lately, and everything else, yeah, I've been playing this game today. I'm giving it up for now. I've let two things rule my life for the past couple years, and I mean, you can say whatever we want of it, but it still truly boils down to one thing. Am I going to keep doing it? And nope. I'm honestly not.
Hey. Emoji smiling face with open mouth.
Hey, Cal, what's up, bro? I mean, I'm serious. I'm done streaming. I might keep uploading at this point, and that ain't going to be for a bit because I've been a captive in my house for 2 years now. Nothing but bullshit, and I'm honestly can't. My mental state and ESO has just consumed my life, and I just, it's time to make a decision all the way around, and I decide for the moment maybe I'll feel better here in a month or two. It'll be a while. I mean, to be honest, absolutely. It's not going to be no I'll quit today and be back next week shit. And that's just being straight up honest about it. I mean, I'm tired. I'm tired. All I get's bullshit and bullshit and more bullshit, and fuckers that'll create 90 goddamn counts to be an asshole. So, I mean, I've thought about this for a long time. ESO is ruining.
I apparently was kicked from a group on ESO and didn't find out until either yesterday or the day before. Just because I had a problem, Keepy.
Yeah, dude, I'm about done with that game, dude. To not lie with you. I've played this all day long. I mean, I honestly haven't, and I've not streamed all day long. I've felt pretty good. I've got out. I've went done things and shit, and I mean, I'm stepping back. About got to. I might. I know I'll get back on ESO when the new map pack comes out, or on the 5th. But I'm not going to. I probably won't stream it. And that's just being honest, and don't plan on streaming nothing I play. I'm not throwing my video games down. I love them too much. But I don't have to do this bullshit, and people just seem to not realize that. I mean...
Mom only got me a new sub a few days before I got the boot from a group, so I may stick with it, even though I don't want to now. The group.
Dude. There's assholes all over that game, man. I mean, that's another one of my reasons, Kyle. The streaming deal. I felt better when I uploaded, so much better. And I'm to the point. I mean, mentally and physically, you can. Me and my sister was talking how much mentally and physically you can look at me and see the toll that this shit has took on me of all this crap, and I'm just honestly, I give. I mean, I honestly do. I always said I'd never give them what they wanted, but I guess I lied because I'm done, man. I mean, much more you can say. I'm done streaming at this time and this moment. I'm absolutely done streaming. I can upload with no hassle, and really don't care. I did it forever, and then you don't care from her, you know. You can be the person you want to be and don't have to put up with the bullshit. I mean, I just honestly I think that can't mentally take much more, that I don't snap. I mean, you don't realize all the bullshit that and the hate messages and the bullshit that then they come in, and one, yeah, that was really sad dealings off of him. I mean, that's sad shit. That fucker.
Not everyone on there, but a lot of people on there are assholes. I got back on Skyrim and downloaded a couple mods today, haha.
Yeah, there's a lot of games I've been aiming to play, dude, and I'm good enough on rank and shit on that motherfucker. I can go quite hey Jeff, I can go quite a few months. I don't have to fool with it, man. And I'm done, man. I really am. And it's a shame that people are such fucking assholes that they would drive you to that extent, man. I mean, I've put up with this bullshit for 2 years. I'm tired of it. I'm stepping back and...
Hey, Markowski. How are you tonight?
I'm done, dude. I mean, I just figured I'd throw it out there because I'm done. I mean, honestly, I mean, you can't make everybody happy. And that bullshit Alex pulled there with
Just got home from work.
with his, I'll go ahead and say exactly who it was. It was Alex. Which I figured Jeff done.
Work sucks, LOL.
That Jeff done guessed that one, that it was Alex. Alex was the one done it. I hate a two-faced person, man. I mean, I wouldn't hardly believe that at all, man. But it was him.
I kinda miss work, but with my medical issues, I had to quit a few or so years ago.
Man, I don't miss it. But I mean, and I was just sat back the last few. I gotta send that board. Again, I got two choices, Jeff. The board's got to go back about my computer. The board's got to go back, or I can send it to the manufacturers. Can't reach shit with them on it, or I can. I'm getting my money back from the retailer. I went ahead and where I'd put a dispute on PayPal with it. Them motherfuckers, you know how they are. So I figured, fuck it. I went to my bank. I've had a chat with them, and so I know I'll get my money back. So I'm gonna buy me a better board, Counselor, and then just put it back together. I found several that the BIOSes they're selling it. It says right on their site the BIOSes are updated and they will run the chips. And these are like 200 and along in that range boards instead of the cheaper the mid-tier board I bought. So that's I figured, yeah, go ahead and just give us a clean wipe, man. I'm definitely that bastard's put a lot of stress on me too, dude. That same motherfucking idiot. And it was funny, but it wasn't funny. Now, I took him to the Better Business Bureau.
What brand?
Let's see. I found a gigabyte, and it comes ready to go. I forget the name of it. And Asus. is ready to go. ASRock's, they say you can flash them, and it's not as hard. So, I'm really honest. I mean, you type it in which one's the best, and there's so many friggin' opinions comes up of what is a better board. I mean, you know, buddy, that's hard to get a distinctive answer about. I mean, so many like so different, and SI's not even in the running for. That's like dude, I talked to him yesterday, and the same Puerto Rican motherfucker that called me during my stream, and he was trying to put the same bullshit on me again, and I told him, "You stupid motherfucker."
Finding a board can be challenging.
Yes, it can, dude. It honestly can. I told him, Jeff, I said, "You stupid motherfucker. I'm sitting right here reading from the Better Business Bureau what you cocksuckers agreed to that you would do." The board's defective. I got the kit in. I put it in. I come up with a fucking a debug on the CPU, and then one whole evening and a half of the next day trying to go through it with them doing shit, and I mean, it's the facts. It's just I bought a piece of shit from them. I mean, seriously, and I mean, I scared them to death with the Better Business Bureau. I truly did. I mean, honestly, and then the motherfucker, I had enough galls to him, Jeff, that he was going back. And me sitting there telling him, "Motherfucker, don't take my word for what it says. Give me a damn email address, you fucking Puerto Rican son of a bitch, and I'll send you every fucking bit of this." So, you're just not high enough on the food chain to even start to know what went down on this. No. I mean, he flat out told me no, that he would not do what they said they'd do with the Better Business Bureau. I mean, goddamn, dude, that's a bunch of goddamn Saudi ass fucking pricks. I mean,
I don't know whether or not to try ESO again tomorrow, because if anyone on there crosses me next time I'm on, I swear I'm liable to cuss TH.
Oh shit, dude, I've started cussing people. You shouldn't have to enjoy a game. I've played this for a few hours now, and had a ball. I mean, it's not even like me to play this. I mean, it's honestly not. But I played it and had a ball, man. I mean, I honestly have. And I just, I mean, straight up in the whole 9 yards when it comes to that. I'm done live streaming, dude, for now. I'm not saying I won't again, but I am done for now.
I'm not a lot into war-type games, but some have pretty cool graphics.
I always did play Call of Duties. I just bought this one because it went to being a boots-on-the-ground game like the last ones. I'm into shooters, big time, dude. I always have been. Boom, I have that one. I have that game, and honestly, it played it very friggin' little. I mean, I can do without all the bullshit on fucking ESO out of PlayStation, man. I mean, just being honest about it, I can do without all the bullshit. It's totally uncalled for and shit. I mean, but yeah, little Puerto Rican fuck, man. Man. So that's like I told him, fuck you, dude. I don't plan on doing jack shit with him if I but get my fucking money back. Well, I don't know how you're going to do that. You're over. Now, he had enough nerve to tell me I was over my time limit. I said, "No, sir, I'm not over my time limit. That's where you ought to get in contact with your retailer I'm for or from over it. Because I've had a dispute on him ever since from the start. So I covered myself first. I just, like you said, picking a decent board. I mean, would like to have one with HDMI port on it. Definitely. Because, being able to run a bunch of fucking monitors. But, I know there's a hell of a lot better in that $125 price range I bought mine in. That for $75 more is a hell of a lot better boards than what I bought. You know what I mean? So I just figured I'd go that way with that and not sweat it out and quit letting that bunch fucking torment me. My bank has it now, so I'm honestly not worried no more.
To share some happy news though, in the midst of these shitty video game tough guys who think they know jack shit, today, some folks got my...
Some folks got you what though? Fuck. I think they're jack shit. Some folks got my... way for mixed up and trying to oh shit, Kyle. Oh Lord, dude, you're something else, man. But yeah, I mean, if anybody knows what's drove me to this,
my computer has been crashing again. Hoping to be able to get the rest of the parts I need before it completely goes.
Hey, the board you was talking about buying, Jeff, was I know you're using AMD. You told me that.
Lol.
Is that the AM4 socket?
I needed that laugh.
Yeah.
Emoji grinning face.
Is that the AM4 socket, the one you're talking about buying, Jeff? Because man, everything you said about that board sounded really damn good.
I already got the board.
You already got the board? Is it AM4 socket on it? But now it don't have no HDMI ports on it either, where you use a dedicated graphics card. Hell, time I get my refunds and shit, now I'll be able to buy a graphics card too,
AM3.
AM3 Plus. So it's not the AM4 deal. So you use the DDR3 RAM, don't you? With AM3. I'd say a lot better deal you got going, dude, about using that type RAM. That fucking DDR4 RAM, dude, is friggin', oh my god, dude, 16 gigs of it. The lowest I've seen it is $195, and the highest I've seen it's about $250 and that's 16 gig. That's,
It fits the FX processors.
Fits the
like
FX.
my FX8350.
So you're going to use your processor. I don't blame you there. I need one for AM4 socket that's better than these B350Ms. I mean, it's, after checking, and I've surfed it up here the last day or so about them. B53M is that's, well, you can get one board under cheaper, but they call it a mid-range. I tell you, dude, for being a mid-range.
When I do upgrade completely, I'm switching to Intel for the next system.
Oh, so you're going Intel? I don't blame you there. I mean, which I ain't had no troubles with AMD itself. I did have to jump a few hoops to get their kit, but for as having trouble itself with them, that I haven't. They've been really nice, to be honest, Jeff. They've been really nice. I think I played this about 6 hours, and I fucked my KD up. Yeah.
But my current processor still have several years of good use.
Yeah. wanted to try it, 2400 G, so bad, dude, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm about ready to box that sucker up and send it back to him and buy Intel. To be totally honest, because well, what I've spent coming back and what I can spend.
It's 8-core Black Unlocked Edition.
8-core Black Unlocked Edition. Yeah. And for what I can spend, I would be able to buy those 3 products there without having to, because I'm starting over again anyway, and I've already got that amount saved, so I can end up buying a graphics card. So I could go with a Intel and not have the fucking troubles. I got Intel bullshit. I mean, honestly, dude, I took my computer apart today and cleaned it. It's got a 750 Ti in it, is what's in it. It's got a 750 Ti in it. That's why cocksucker gets so hot, ain't it? I mean, after I seen it, I took it apart this morning and cleaned it and stuff, and was looking around in it and shit, and it's got a 750 Ti in it. I said, God damn, ain't no wonder every time I turn around it's about to burn to the fucking ground. Surprised me with that in it. The only thing of it is that you can't overclock it with the board that's in it, so I'd say that's, well, you could. If I'd have thought, I'd have went in it that way and found it. I just didn't think. But when I was cleaning it, I seen it was a 750 Ti, and I said, fuck it, I ain't gonna overclock that motherfucker. It'll melt that computer. I mean, right now as it is, it's scary, the temperatures it reaches. I mean, and that's no overclock on it that I know of, to be honest.
You can overclock the graphics card.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to do it, dude. I'll burn that bitch to the ground, man. I mean, I honestly will. That fucker hits some big temperatures as it is, Jeff. I mean, I have got the streaming with that Elgato on it, and caused it to shut itself down, to go into safety mode and shut itself down, where I did it for
without
so long.
affecting the temps.
Damn it! I don't understand why it runs so hot then, because damn, dude, that fucker runs hot. That Dell runs hotter than a fresh fuck 10, man. Honest, it does. It always has. From the day I bought it, and now that it's getting older, it's hitting higher temperatures. And after I went in and really looked around and stuff, I said, shit, just use it till it goes kaput, and then send it to the recycling bin, you know what I mean? Because I can't see putting no money in that PC, dude. And it being the age it is, I honestly can't. I'm just hoping it can hold out for a bit longer. That's why I won't even put the Elgato on it. Last time I had it on it, when I was streaming from my Xbox, the core temperature on it, on the CPU, was getting so fucking hot, it was scary. I mean, it was about to go into manual override and shut itself down. That's why I quit streaming when I did with it, because I got to noticing the warning lights started flashing up in Windows 10 that it was overloading and it was going to shut itself down. Once I shut it goes through that, and if I shut down streaming and let it go back to idle, it'll eventually, it's not right off either, but in like 30 minutes to hour, it'll cool itself down. So I thought, well, it's probably dirty again. And after I cleaned it, I mean, I really didn't get out of it.
Try downloading WhoInfo, and download the portable version so you don't need to install it on your system and run it on your desktop, and see.
I will, I mean, the onboard deal of it, you know how they do the onboard deal, or it will shut itself down when it knows you're going to damage it. Damn, bro, I'm telling you, motherfuckers hit some temperatures that scared the I have shut it down before, and to be with these on and be concentrated and not paying attention, and then screw right around and run it till I've shut it down. And when I have, I've had to go away from it for an hour or so before it would even start back up. And I'm like you, it's starting to crash a lot. I mean, it's absolutely crashing a lot. Too much porn, I guess,
Graphics cards will get pretty hot. My GTX 980 does.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say it's M750 Ti's is a per-consuming motherfucker the way they talk about them, From everything I've seen them 750s, by God, they'll fucking go into meltdown, won't they? I mean, them fucking hell for per, ain't they? But they say they're not as bad as the 460s was for per. I know they say them 460s was a fucking rape of power supply unit. I mean, I can't really bitch, dude. I've got 3 years out of it, and the way I've used it, if it had just told on for, I don't know. I think if knowing what I know now, to be looking for this purchase is coming up here, I won't have no worries. Hey man, that motherfucker had enough goddamn gall to tell me, now, pretty well acting like I bought cheap DDR RAM, and told me, said, it's your RAM. I said, how would you even think that, dude, when you haven't even told me what kind of RAM asked me what kind of RAM I have? I mean, just, then his first reply, dude, I thought, God damn, what an idiot. First reply, he said, well, they sent you a bad processor. I said, well, how you figure, dude? I mean, honestly, that's hard to tell how many people's had that processor. I said, motherfucker, I opened the box up, it come in. I mean, I literally peeled the tags off, opened it up. I would honestly think that it's a good processor. And anything but the one, honestly, to be honest, I mean, and admit their fucking mistakes. I mean, what else can you say? I got a bad board, and if there hadn't been pricks with me, I'd have probably held right in her with them and sent it back, even though I know I wasn't going to like that deal of the time span. But I'd have did it anyway if they would have been halfway decent. And instead of trying to rape my goddamn fucking, seriously trying to rape my fucking credit card. Now, I don't trust the motherfuckers like that, dude. I mean, I have done that before, and then that charge never leave, because you are accepting that charge. Now, if they're honest enough to give it back is one thing, but these chicken shit motherfuckers, you can't even, I mean, and I don't want their product. I mean, that's like I told him. Because he told me, he said, how much will you let us put on the record? I said, $10, no more than I won't care to give a homeless person. I mean, that's exactly what I told him, because, I wouldn't, I'd give a homeless person the last $50 out of my pocket for that matter, but in your guys' case, about $10. And, oh Lord, we couldn't do that. I said, well, I can't either. I mean, I agreed to let them have the numbers, but on the grounds they could not bill it unless I tried to fuck them. I think they know good and well, Jeff, I ain't out to fuck them. Is that I believe they're out to fuck me. I mean, honestly, you wouldn't push for that if if you wasn't up to something, in my opinion, because that's been the whole deal out of that little Puerto Rican fuck. The whole shooting match of it is, gotta have that credit card number. You're gonna have to give us some, let us bill you for the amount of this, and then we'll do it. No, motherfucker. I mean, that's like I told him, I'm sorry, you piece of shit, but I've done out enough with you pricks. I mean, I figured, you know, I done took them to the Better Business Bureau. I'd beat them, and so I had that much going for me. I could go ahead and have it fixed, not be out any more money, and not have to keep fucking with it. They'd have to send me a working board back. And then after talking to them, or by God, they didn't care a bit to go right back on what they agreed to. And that's like I told him, motherfucker, you agreed to this. I mean, they agreed to cross-shipping, and all I had to do was, once I shipped it, was give them a tracking number, and they would ship. I mean, kind of fur. They agreed to that, and then by God, hell no. I mean, fuck no, that little Puerto Rican prick, whoa, he just wasn't. And after about 30 minutes, I told him, dude, shut your fucking mouth. I'm not going to do this. And you should know that from the last time we talked, I'm not going to do it. So, won't you just shut the fuck up? I mean, really, shut the fuck up, hang up, because I'm going to. I mean, he kept on. That's like I told him, dude. I'll send you a RMA. I told him, dude, don't send no more goddamn bullshit to my fucking email address, because it's full of shit from them. I mean, you know what I mean? That's like I do. Man, you just filled my goddamn email up, and I'm tired of deleting shit you just send to me, man. Don't send me no more bullshit. I'd like to make a break away from you fucking two-bit cocksuckers. No more money from me, dude. I mean, you know, and you told me, I even have to say laid out told me, that they were known for some shady ass bullshit, and by God, I have to say, 100 fucking %, you guys are on the money right when it comes to that bunch. I mean, now it's trying to find something that's I can trust. I mean, if I have troubles, I can trust about it's not going to be a bunch of dickheads. I mean, I'll tolerate it quite a bit as long as they're genuinely trying to help a person. You know what I mean? I honestly will. When they talked to me 4 times, Jeff, hung up on me 4 goddamn times, and then the little Puerto Rican was the 5th one that rambled for, I don't know, an hour or so. It was almost 2 hours. He rambled forever yet last night. And I told him, dude, I'm not live streaming, so if you're trying to make yourself look good, you ain't, but because you're really making yourself look bad when you won't do what the fucking Better Business Bureaus, you know, you didn't agree to it. I accepted your deal, and now you're going back on it. I mean, fuck it, dude. I just message them and tell them it's lied, and I can prove it because, you know, you won't goddamn fucking do nothing. And they're trying to deck me around, Jeff, to I cannot get my money back to the retailer. And that's the truth. That's basically all that is. I have to let them bullshit me around and stuff. And I'm not going to do that. I mean, I'm honestly not going to do that. I'm done with them.
Yup.
I mean, you know, that's been honest. That's what they're up to. And I think anybody that sits and listens to them about how they go about, they want to put the blame on everybody. First it was AMD, then it was the RAM I bought, and then it was I'm not doing it right. I mean, you know, absolutely, I'm not clearing the Como on it right, and all this bullshit that I thought I told, dude, why is it so hard to accept? You know, I got a bad board. Instead of saying, well, you know, shit happens sometimes. We can work about this. Motherfucker, you're being a prick. I mean, I just gotta find one that's. I figure, honestly, you get what you pay for, so I'm already knowing I might as well spend more money, you know, as far as that goes. And if I'm going to do that, I would rather have my money back and put more, you know I'm getting it back, and then just buy one and know that that's coming back to me. So, you know, I'm that much of it will go toward buying another one, but, you know, and that's about the best I can do. I mean, that's, I've wanted this shit done. I've been itching to play on that motherfucker. And I don't see no end in sight for it. Well, I do. I honestly do. That's figuring out what board I'm going to buy. But I'll keep searching and find one that it's definitely will work from the start, and I won't have to. And if I do have trouble, they got a decent customer service to deal with. I mean, I felt hard to not have to disassemble that sumbitch. I mean, I honestly did, to turn around and have to do it. And I'm mailing my bank told me go ahead and mail it back to them to send to the retailer. My bank told me go ahead and send it to the retailer to mail it back as a defective product, and then when he refuses to give me a refund, they're going to revoke the funds from him. So I'm mailing it back just like they told me, because I know they'll revoke the funds. So and PayPal, a bunch of dick sucking bastards. I mean, I've been doing this through them, Jeff, about it, and them son of a bitches has give him for till the 12th of next month. That's like I told him, you motherfuckers, has give him over a month and something to keep my money. And why? I said, would you please tell me, does he have my money? No, he don't have your money. We got it on hold. I said, so what you're telling me, my money is in yours' bank account, and that's basically the truth. It's their bank account. My money's there, and you guys are drawing interest on it, so therefore, you know, you want to keep my money as long as you can, and, you know, I get it. Because the longer you get to keep it, you know, with mine and every fucking body else's, you do that way, you're profiting. That's, you know, I mean, and besides the cut they get from the seller for handling their business and everything and that deal, because they know they're going to lose the money there on that deal, so they're trying to hang on to it as long as they can, man. And I just don't take too kind to that.
Hey, my bad for unsubscribing, but you're good at streaming. Keep yo the work. Emoji grinning face.
You need to worry about that, dude. I've quit streaming at this point in time, dude. That's a non-debatable subject. I'm getting out of my house, and summertime's coming, and I'm not going to be tied up and tied down. I'm getting out, man, and so, I mean, honestly, I'm done for the moment. I ain't saying I won't come back, but I can honestly say this: it won't be no month or.
Nice and playing Fortnite all day in the summer, lol.
I mean, to not lie, it won't be quick, dude. Straight up. I mean, I've been straight up. I've went through umpteen fucks of hell doing this shit. And, yeah, I might make a little bit of money, but I tell you what, it does not even start to be around my income. And, I mean, it's one of them deals. One of them deals I'm fed up, man. I mean, fucking chicken shit people will make 50 fucking YouTubes to just get blocked over and over and over to do bullshit to you. I mean, you know, head up. Now, dude, if you didn't want to be subscribed, that was fine by me. And I'll go ahead and be honest about it. I don't have no worries about stopping streaming because
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 0.
About 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Your ass is blocked, and bye bye, Felicia. How about that? I mean, seriously. I'm serious. Check this out. That's what I think of fucking dick beaters coming along being pricks. There you go, bro. There you go. I mean, I'm done, bro. I plan on trying to keep in touch with you on Twitter and stuff, Jeff, or till I make up my mind if I'm going to come back to streaming. That way, as soon as I do get my PC up and going, I can start playing with you on her, man. But as it is, dude, I've had enough, man. Well, assholes like that right there, man, just come along for the whole ride of it. And then Alex and his 7 goddamn accounts, he pulled that shit on. That about broke a straw. Because when I read the report on it, and it had told me I had played with that person, I had been in a 4-man lobby with that person, and the date and the time, it wasn't hard to go back to my own videos and look at it and see it was Alex. So it was Alex doing that shit. Because the IP address for every one of them come up the same, so it was him. And I thank him for that, because he costed me right around $50 all the way around to find out who the fuck was doing that bullshit. And I'd have put my money on Jack Daniels, which he was doing it. That was another one that was doing it, but not to the extent he was. Alex was the one doing it utmost over everybody. He come up with some fucking troll accounts his own self. Alex did. And I mean, I thought that was really shitty of him, dude. I know what I did in a way was not right, but I did try to explain to him several times. Dude, don't share on your Mac and things will be fine, you know. And he never would stop that shit. So I just, then to find out he did do me like that, man, I mean, you know, that was a fucking hard blow. I never expected that, man. I honestly never did. And when I added him back as a friend, the ones that was doing it from there on was Jack Daniels and Jack Daniels, old Chris Thomas. Hell, everybody knows fucking Chris Thomas is a goddamn troll anyway, so you know. And Alex had that motherfucker. That's one of the shitty things, too. That Alex had that motherfucker on his friends list, too, Jeff. And I mean, that's a straight up fact. I thought maybe he got kind of wrong of it, but I went to Alex's friends and checked it, and that was the one I had blocked, so therefore that was Chris Thomas. I mean,
I'm creating a Windows 10 Pro USB installer.
I got one I can bear you to use, dude. That's going to be a bit Oh shit, where's it at here, Jeff? What a second. It even looks like a keychain, bro. Oh shit, I got one at the rate of years. I kept ramming the motherfucker in it yesterday. I mean, so, I mean, I just felt that they had turned me plumb against PlayStation all the way around, man. And I have talked to my daughter.
When I install the new motherboard, I'm not going to have a DVD drive in it.
Oh, you're not? Me neither. Me neither. I never...
Starting from scratch.
I never, myself, went that way either, Jeff, that to have a DVD drive in it. I felt, you know, would be buying all my games from Steam or from online, you know, vendors and stuff, so therefore wouldn't be needing it, you know. I mean, goddamn, if you got a hookup for a flash drive or MP3 port, you know, you can pretty well do about anything you want with them, or a SD card. So, you know, it's really they're obsolete anymore. I mean, honestly, as you know, the music industry, if you really think about it, they've had to take some hard hits over the past decade, because we went from, you know, everybody, iTunes was a craze, then those media share deals that they come out with, they was pretty well suing the shit out of everybody over, you know, or when that big craze went through, and they were you know, that was proven, Jeff. You know, I didn't know that until I was reading in on that, because I got to reading around about your bullshit and copyright laws and that shit, because God knows I've never wanted into that shit, because I mean, once they copyright you might as well just delete the shit, you know what I mean? And I didn't know that these lawyers had the apps made for them, you know, had these sites made to do the file sharing deal, and were doing it with porn. I think porn was the main deal there, that they were doing it with porn. And you know, if you downloaded a porn from it, I don't know why the fuck anybody would, considering that you probably end up riddled with bullshit, you know what I mean? And but those guys were doing that crap, and then they knowed who you were. I mean, you know, because there's the fuckers sharing the files to you, and they would sue you. I didn't know, but after I really got to reading into it and stuff, that those guys were doing that shit, and they got caught at it. I mean, they absolutely, what they would do, they'd not try to, you know, not try to get big amounts from you. They would charge you just enough to a little over than what it cost you a lawyer to get out of it. And motherfuckers, they made millions doing that, dude. I mean, they honestly did. And I thought, God damn, you know, but them guys honestly did, you know. Them fuckers did that shit. I didn't play it during Winter Siege, so I never opened them until it's winter, kind of. But they sure did, man. I mean, they honestly did do that shit. And I mean, I was kind of bullshit, I thought. But you know, you gotta look how many they ripped off during that time. And I mean, they literally proved that those lawyers were hiring porn stars, they was producing them. I mean, they were doing the whole 9 yards of it, dude, and were putting them on them file shares to bait people into download them. And I mean, I guess there's a crook around every corner, man. I mean, but that was kind of shocking, all in all, you know, when to see those guys come across like they did about that crap, you know. I thought it was kind of crappy they did that crap. I mean, you know, all in all, I thought that was really fucking crappy that they done that. I mean, and they did that for quite a long damn time, man, before them guys got caught up in that shit. I mean, honestly, they did that for quite a long fucking time before they got caught up in that shit. But they did catch them. I reckon they did catch them. So, yeah, well, I'll get one better, to be honest. But, I mean, they had them a good scheme going, or if they'd fucking stopped it and took the money after they'd made a $500 million and quit. I mean, they're suing people on the regular, dude, and people started fighting them over it, and once they started fighting them over it, I don't think they ever really realized if they did go to fight it, they would have to go to that state.
I thought I was going to be able to save money, LOL.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, me too, but hell, Pornhub's free, dude. Just erase your browser. I mean, you know, honestly, just erase your browser. I mean, that does honestly kind of really make you think, don't it? I mean, that what they do set and scheme up to do to people, I mean, honest to God, man, considering that, according to this, I got one of these motherfuckers.
After paying off car, changed insurance to liability only and saved $50 per month.
I'd say, dude, I mean, in my state, it's mandatory in my state.
Then got a notice in the mail that my house payment went up $3.5 per month. LOL.
Yeah. Well, you still gotta put what, $15 to yourself, her. So, that's why I keep saying I don't want to dip into what my extra I have right at the moment, Jeff, because I mean, I could, you know, to be honest, I could buy it right now, but I'm scared that I will have something more simple come up, and then you know, don't have it, and then I'll go have to hit that savings account, and then I'm you know, son of a bitch, I'm no better off than I was. I mean, you know. So, I think it's not even 2 weeks till I get paid again, so, you know, I can go that much longer. Goddamn, I've done went over that right now as it is. So, damn, some fucked up emotes. This game's fucked up anymore, dude. I've enjoyed it more not having pressure on me, I can tell you that. Still don't like it that much. It's just something to do. I'm burnt out on ESO, dude. I mean, not to lie. I'm just giving myself a rest from it because that way when I go to playing it on the PC, my daughter's going to take my account. We've done talked. She's going to take it, so tickled me to death. I mean, so now what I do on it while I'm doing it, it's for her, so I don't care to do things. I probably try to finish Maelstrom up for her, and Because when we was talking to her the other day, and I told her I was going to give it to her, the console, but I didn't think she wanted to account. And she said, "No, I'm not going to see you put a year of your life into something and then get rid of it." So, you know, she was all for the account, and that really made me happy on that deal. I'm honest. I'm glad she decided she'd take it. I mean, seriously, I'm honest. I am, because it's like she knows good and well as I do what I'm totally up to, and I mean, that worked for me better than I ever would honestly have ever wanted out of that deal. I played 720 minutes thus far on this sumbitch. But, I mean, honestly, that worked for me better than I could have asked for it to work, you know. And I'm glad she is done it, because I didn't want to sell it. I'd have given it away for a soda. And now to know that she's going to take it with it, that's even better, because it's like she even said it before I could. She said, you know, that's a year I know of it. You put your life in that thing, and no, I'll take it and I will play it. And I said, okay, as long as you'll play it, you tickled me to death, you know. I mean, you know, she honestly has. And I don't get to spend time with her and shit like I want to and stuff, and that's another reason I'm taking time off from this shit. I mean, no, I can't honestly say I'm coming back. To be honest, probably will upload. I'll definitely upload, but won't be streaming, dude. That streaming shit is just.
Found another thing I want to get to put on the new motherboard.
What's that, Jeff? See, it's tried to hide it on you, Jeff.
WD Black 1 TB High Performance NVMe Gen 3 8GB SM2.
The black, yeah, I don't blame you, dude. Man needs a terabyte of space. I went with a 500 gig solid state, and with a terabyte, and I think, since I'm doing this deal too, Jeff, I'm going to go ahead and buy me a bigger case, because I really don't have all the room in it.
39999.
It's not so bad, man. Honest, it's not. Not considering your load times and stuff you'll have from it. It's not bad at all. That case is little, dude. Seriously. And it is stretched for room. And that's not even a graphics card in there with it. I mean, it is stretched for fucking room in that motherfucker. And I just think I'll go ahead and buy a new case too, because why not? I'm going to have to assemble everything up again. You know, I might keep that case, or I'll keep the case, you know. There's nothing wrong with it. No, it'd be being an asshole to send that back, because there's truly nothing wrong with it.
This is the M.2 drive.
M.2 drive? Damn, that's a good drive, dude. That's a really good drive. Do you use PC parts pickers, Jeff, to find your deals? I was wondering if you use that.
Won't use for storage, it will be the boot drive.
Oh, it'll be the boot drive. Yeah. Oh, so you're not doing like I did about having, I went, you know, like I said, 500 gig solid state for...
I have used it in the past.
And then, oh, you have? And then use and then I went with a terabyte. It was Western Digital, but it was the green, as a hard drive. for the games and stuff, because the way I buy games and shit, dude, I fill it up easy, you know. So I figured that I would go ahead and do that much to it so I could not have to be having to go through and buying more shit so fast. I like to, honestly, once to get going, make it at least a year before I have to start, or would like to make it a year before I start buying.
My storage drive is the WD Black 3 TB.
The Black 3 terabyte. You got a good one of those too. I should have went with 3 terabyte. I really should have. I honestly should have. I really should have went with the terabyte, 3 terabyte, because that does give you quite a lot of room, you know, to you know, come on, motherfucker. Damn it, I guess. But I honestly wished I would have went with it. Now I've had having to do what I'm doing. I'd end up going ahead and doing it, you know. I mean, you know, to be honest.
And it's half full because of all the original photos and videos in my library.
Yeah. Yeah. Essen, I used it. It's just got a 250 gig hard drive on it, and man, I mean, it's full. It's literally full, and I think I might, where I'm doing what I am, is go ahead and pick some of them up and upload them, you know. And not, you know, so no, I think I will go ahead and fix what I was behind on and upload them, and not have to well, I have to find me a way of mentally blocking them out, dude. Until I can get there, I'm not going to be satisfied doing this, and I know it, man. I mean, honestly, I know I'm not, and I think that I just need to go ahead and. I mean, honestly, Jeff. When my sister, and she's on to me bad, and it's not just her, I'm really feeling it, you know. It's like she told me, you look bad, and she's scared to death I'm going to die. I mean, she honestly is, and I mean, to me it sounded stupid that she'd be scared I was going to die, but she is just honestly, she honestly is, and, I mean, gonna have to do something, man. I mean, I promised her I would, take time off from doing it, and so I am. I mean, you know, I honestly am. I'm going to take. It's like she told me, I'm not telling you quit playing your games, because she knows how I was. I always played my games, but I'd play them at the evening time, and I didn't make it no big thing to. I didn't care then, and since I've been doing this crap, and I am letting my health go, and it's starting to get the better end of me. And I know it is, and I mean, if you know it and you refuse to do anything about it, eventually I'm going to end up taking a heart attack, and and as it is, I have good blood pressure and stuff. And when she told me and started crying and told me I looked as bad as I did when I had cancer, and got out a picture of me when I had it, and told me, said, you look in the mirror. And I mean, it really sunk home, and gonna have to find the balance. And but as it is, I promised her I'd quit for a while, so I'm going to. I mean, I know my daughter that, and I owe myself that, man. I won't even look for a fucking girlfriend because I don't want one in my life, because they'll take up time of my bullshit, and I know that. And I mean, it's a shame I'm socially secluding myself, and I mean, I've been at this a long fucking time, and I mean, honestly, I've been at this. This was the second channel. This one was, and I had one before, but this is the second one, and I'm just the first one was upload. That's all you could do then, was upload, and so I could set my timer how long I'd put into it, and everything worked, and now it's they pressure you to fucking live stream, and I don't give a damn to be honest. At this point, I honestly don't give a damn if I lose all my subs, because I was never in it for the money.
I'll be streaming Somerset.
I'll be watching you too, man, to be honest. And I'm going to take time and watch you and people.
Get it in 4 days.
I know. I know. Yeah, I was going to watch it. I when it comes to ESO itself, I'm not quitting. I'm just going to step back some from it and play other games and enjoy some and stuff, because we're still about 20 days or so from it that we get it. And, well, a little better than 20 days that we get it. So I figured I'd just drop in, visit you and stuff like that, man. And I mean, when you know, Jeff, that you're socially secluded and that's all you're doing, and I mean, you do honestly have to realize that comes a point in time. Do you want to sit and keep it at that rate of bullshit till you kill yourself, or do you? And I've felt so much better these last few days. I haven't streamed, and I honestly have. And I plan on taking me a trip.
I do other things as well.
I know. Yeah, see, you're not doing it, and you limit yourself, and it's a good thing, man. I mean, you don't let it consume you like I have. I mean, because Jeff, I let it consume me because I went through a divorce. I had a lot of problems at the time, and I really didn't want to be out and about or too social. So I could do this and feel kind of gratified, and then I've got to the point I have to fight myself in the mornings when I get up to not go to streaming. I mean, I'm so used to doing it, and I've fit myself all day long not to go on to streaming, and I even because my sister now, when she sees me, she captures me, dude. I mean, and her and her husband both do, because I mean, they're honestly begging to me to not quit, but to slow the hell down, that I'm going to kill them. She tells me all the time she looks to come over here and knock and me be dead, where I've overexerted myself like I do, because I'll sleep a couple hours and get up and do it, and then I just keep on that pattern, and I've did this for a long time now, man. And she'll go on, you're never going to meet nobody like you're done, and you don't want to. And I tell her, well, that's a two-way deal on that, you know what I mean? And she'll tell me, I don't care if you meet anybody anymore. I just want you out of the house. So I'm gonna give her what she wants. I mean, and my daughter don't like me doing it as much either. I mean, she honestly don't. She's begged me to, you know. Cause she says I'm too sensitive, that I take what people say to heart, and I kind of do in a lot of instances. And I mean, I honestly do. I am not a cruel-hearted person, and I'll cut loose. Don't get me wrong, but it preys on my mind when people drive me to that. I mean, and honest to God, Jeff, from the time I blocked Alex once before till I added him back, I was feeling fairly good, not so toxic of the game. And then son of a bitch me, as soon as I get back with him, or dude, right back at the same shit. I mean, voting them out, kicking them, cussing people, and acting superior when you truly ain't. You just played the game longer. I mean, that's which I wasn't the deal when it come to that. The deal was, after having Bunch sent me their findings, and then from there, dude, and I have to say, Jeff Kowalski, you're one of my number one viewers. That's a fact. You and several other shit comes up overseas and shit. Them, I can tolerate them motherfuckers. I mean, honestly, dude, they're backwards, and they're just getting running water and a shitter in the house, man. I mean, to be honest, 90%, or not talking down about them, just being honest. And I still got you on Discord and stuff, but even once my PC's done, I'm not going back to streaming. Not right off. And that's just being honest. Not right off. I'll pass for a while on it, because I can't hold my word to my sister if I go right back at it. And she's having an operation Monday. She has to have, and she wasn't going to do it. And she told me, because I was going on her over it. I've been going the last few days. I've kept it to myself and stuff about it, and that's bothered me, because there's just 3 of us left of my family, and that's my twin brother and my sister and myself, and me and him get along, but not like we should, not us being twins. And she's been there for me every step of 2 divorces and a whole lot of heartache. And when I was going on her, telling her she convincing her to go have her surgery done, she told me, well, I will, if you'll promise me here and now. She said, because the way I see it, you're going to die, and then I have nobody.
I'm going to have to go and feed a friend's dogs. He's going out of town for the weekend. I should be back in about 30 minutes or so.
Jeff, honey, I thank you for coming along and stuff, and I won't be here that long, bro. I mean, I've done this kind of longer than I wanted to on this, but I will be visiting your streams and stuff, man, and stuff like that, dude. It's just people's not going to be seeing me no more like they were and stuff. And if anybody, the last one I got to talk to, why I stopped this, I'm really proud it was you, man. And that being said, I'm getting off here myself, man, and I hope later down the line that I can get myself under control about this shit, and I'm not going to destroy my health over it, man. I mean, honestly. But Jeff, you one of the nicest persons that I can honestly say I've had the pleasure of meeting. And I will be along on your streams, and that's not just a promise, I absolutely mean it. So I'm getting off here myself, man. I wish you a wonderful night, and I'll be seeing you when you start streaming. Bye, man. Bye, y'all.